But I got a crazy side note about the game that I want to bring up, okay? Baker Mayfield, you got upset a few weeks ago because you got mad that Odell Beckham's father called you out and said you weren't passing him the ball. Everybody knows about that whole drama thing. Boom, Odell Beckham's off the team, right? But how can you get mad at that? But after yesterday's game, your wife goes out and says, oh, it'd be nice if the rest of your team played with the same toughness that Baker played with. Your wife is going on the internet talking and bashing the rest of your teammates, saying that she wishes they played with the toughness that you played in yesterday's game with. Why? Because you got a bummed up shoulder and you weren't sure if you were going to actually play, and then you actually did play and you played horrible at that. Tell your wife to, okay, especially when you were pouting and complaining because you didn't like the way Odell and his father called you out. Now you calling out your entire team and saying they didn't play with toughness. I'm not saying those were Baker's words. I'm not saying that Baker knew ahead of time that his wife was going to say that, but it just don't look good.
Hold on. So when and where did Baker say he didn't like what Odell's father put out? Can you show me that?
Yeah. Odell's father.
I never saw anything that said that Baker was upset with that.
So
no,
when
he
Baker
did the press conference, when they
press
asked
conference, right?
And he definitely said that he was upset about it. That's when he said that he had just spoken to it. He had spoken with his father, had dinner with him, and it was strange that he was saying all of that. Yeah, I definitely recall that.
Yeah, he said that. Oh, go ahead, GK.
Yeah, no, I just think you guys are wrong about him. I think he's going to be a Super Bowl MVP. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, if you look at him during the whole course of his career, didn't get any scholarship offers, walked on, didn't get, like, he was just slept on. He ended up winning the national championship and winning the Heisman. Like, so this is same old for him. This is how he's been dealing with everything his whole life. Like, nobody thinks he's any good. And then what happens? He ends up on top. So,
but GK, what
so
about the fact that when he does not play good? But what happens like when he does not play good? Like, Baker has had games like this his whole career. So when you say look at his career,
he's also had games where he's gone like 29 for 30 with like 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. So like, what about that?
That's great, but right now
he's so rare, far and wide.
So let's just talk about Baker right now, right? Let's just take in the contents. Baker right now, he's tied for 23rd in touchdowns at 10 and tied for 13 at 6 interceptions.
He's playing with one arm.
That's no excuse. I
feel like that's a pretty good excuse.
That's no excuse, bro.
If you're out there, I think that's a pretty good excuse.
Hold on. There have been NFL players that played on bum arms, bum legs, bum knees, bum foots, all that, all of it. So if you got to count that for him, you got to count that for everybody. And It's not fair to say that he's out there. He has to produce. That falls on Baker, not because Baker's hurt. Everybody's hurt. JPP is out there playing with no fingers. No fingers. Like, he has to. Baker, when he does, he can. There's opportunity for him to touch the football on fumbles, and he could go up for interceptions. JPP is that guy. He played for the Giants, bro. Man, he's not there still because he ain't got no fingers. But I'm just saying, like, Baker has been doing this over his NFL career consistently, GK. That's why I'm saying Baker isn't a good quarterback. I don't think Baker. I think if Johnny Manziel was still in the league, if you take all the flashiness away from Johnny Manziel, he's a fucking Baker Mayfield. And they're the same people to me. It's just Johnny Manziel. The same conversation as Johnny Manziel. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you take away Johnny Manziel's antics, if he just had a straight mind focused on football, he would be a Johnny Manziel. They picked 2 guys back to back that was the same. Only reason why Johnny Manziel isn't in the league is because he was too flashy. That's why he's not
got him in trouble. He's also soft.
Got him in trouble.
He's also what, GK?
Soft.
I mean, you could say that, but a lot of guys
he's got no testicular fortitude. Zero.
I like that word. I like when you use that word. I'm not gonna lie. I like when you use it. GK.
That's GK's line, man.
I like when he uses it, man.
Like, there's a difference, bro. You take someone with all the talent in the world. Like, this happens all the time in pickup basketball when I go play because there's some high school kids out there that are nice, right? Super fucking talented. But guess what? they come down, they throw up a brick, and then go down the other way and then get scored on, they're done for the whole rest of the fucking game. Get that kid off my team. I'll take the way less talented, 47-year-old who's trying 100% on every single play and knows what to do. Like every single time, 10 out of 10. Like that's the difference between Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield. Like,
but Baker doesn't know what to do either.
What do you mean? Bro, he's playing with one arm and broken ribs. Like,
so what would you say?
Johnny
Baker,
Manziel would never.
Has Baker Manziel had a top 10 team in any of his NFL?